Hey, what's happening, what's going on? You're in tune to another Rust Locker video. Today we're going to be working on the combo van again, although I have got a number of other projects on the go at the moment, including refurbishing those SRI wheels that I bought a few weeks ago. That's next door's dog. But today what we're going to be doing is slamming the van and hopefully lowering it by about 5 centimetres on some lowering springs. Hope you're going to stay tuned for that, so let's get out there and do it. Okay, so I've got the drop link out here, put the bolt back on there so I don't lose it. I've undone the two suspension to hub bolts. I'm going to leave those in for the time being till I've undone the top strut mount, so that it'll stop this from spinning left and right when I undo the top nut. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so now we've got to get the old spring off of this, which is one of these, and replace it with a new spring here. To do that, we're going to need spring compressors, which I have here. Crush the spring down, undo the top mount, pull that out, new spring in, back together and in. Okay, so the fronts are all done. I'm going to lower this down now and see how it looks. Obviously suspension has to settle before it looks at its proper height, but we're going to get it off jack stands and we'll see what the front looks like. It's so low I can't get the jack out. So that's a good job, I suppose. Well, I'm going to say that's a good job for now until I drive it and discover how badly this is going to rub, but I don't think so. I should be alright. Oh man, that looks so much better. So before we had at least a 5cm gap between the top of the arch and the tyre, we now have less than 1 centimetre. I'll say a 1 centimetre gap. Okay, so I'm going to tighten up these wheel nuts and then I might take it for a quick drive just to see whether this is going to be okay. If not, I might have to change the old suspension back, but hopefully this is going to be good. So okay, I'm going to tighten these up and then we'll go for a drive. Okay, well so far so good. Turns quite easy, no clonks or bumps yet. Always a nightmare trying to get off my drive. Good. A little bit. I feel the bumps a little bit more than before. It's not too bad. Brakes are alright. Yeah, it just feels a little bit tighter, a little bit closer to the ground obviously. Whereas before some bumps would have just been absorbed, now you can actually feel them affecting the ride of the van. But it's not uncomfortable, it's not harsh. So now I'm going to move on and do the rears. Man, it is hot and sweaty, so I'm going to get out of the van. Right. Let's crack on with the backs. Okay, I've done one side. And to me it looks a little bit dodgy. So that's the size of the standard spring, and this is the spring that I'm going to put on. So I'm sure there's a mechanic out there absolutely having a heart attack right now, but I'm going to give it a go. Okay, so I've compressed the spring there. I just need to, I've undone the shock absorber there. I need to pry this down and this spring out, and that is going to be a pain. Okay, hold it. I've just realised I've made a complete and utter error here. Those Corsa springs, those lowering Corsa springs are just not going to fit on this van. The bump stops don't go into the top of the spring properly, they're just not going to fit. So what I've had to do is I've had to order some Astra springs which are going to fit on this van. They're not going to lower it obviously as much as Corsa lowering springs are going to lower it, but that's a good thing. There's no way that this is going to run with those lowered Corsa springs. So I'm going to end the video for today here, but stay tuned because I'm picking this up in the morning and I'll finish it off then when I've got the Astra springs, and then we can sort this out and get this van done. Okay, these are the springs I got, and these are the bump stops. Look like they're going to work. These, I call them pigtails. Don't know what they hit, the actual coil ends, whatever they're called. Look like they're going to fit a lot better than the Corsa springs. Let me show you a Corsa spring, which is going to have to get sent back. So the Corsa spring on one end is similar size, it will fit, but the other end, this little pigtail here, is way too small to fit over the bump stops on a combo van. So that is why I have got Astra springs with new bump stops, and these are the bad boys I'm going to go and try and fit now. So with these rear springs, basically what needs to be done is this shock needs to be undone from there, which will allow this to have a bit of give in it when I take the jack out. The springs need to be compressed down, and then they kind of pull out of these lumps. I don't know if you can see too well in there. Hooked around this and this up here. This is where the bump stop should go, but I've destroyed mine, and that's why I'm putting some new ones on there. So I'm going to compress this to get this out, and then we'll put the Astra springs in. Okay, so that's the Astra spring all in and seated pretty well. Bump stop is in and sorted. Everything looks tight, everything looks like it fits a lot better than the Corsa springs. So all that's left to do is put the wheel on, lower this down, and we'll see how it sits. Okay, so I've been driving about now for a little while, and I think the springs are fully settled. So we can have a look and see what the ride height is. And as you can see, nice and tucked.